A strong public university is part of every thriving community.
But even with something good, we're striving to get better.
Improve it.
Elevate it.
Its businesses, its economy,
Its present and its future.
A strong public university elevates the entire region.
for everyone.
A strong university elevates potential,
Dreams, and the means to reach them.
It elevates success, hope, and opportunity.
for everyone.
Elevating excellence at USI.
Elevating Excellence is a great name for this capital campaign because we probably have one of the best kept secrets in the state as far as what goes on down here, and we're trying to change that. The university's had a great history of high quality and affordability, but we want to build on some of the core strengths that we've had.
I think coming out to USI and being interviewed for scholarships really made my decision very easy. You know, I loved the community feeling here. I loved the small class size. I loved the thought that I would be able to, get to know my professors and get to know my classmates. I was able to receive the presidential scholarship and also a soccer scholarship to come here. So I think, those two combined, there's no way I could have seen myself going to another school.
For me, college has always been something I wanted to do from the time I was young, but the biggest issue is whether or not I would have the money to go to college. I actually chose USI because of all of the scholarships I was offered to come here, and that has actually helped me excel as a student because it allowed me to put all of my energy into the reason I came here, which is to be a teacher.
I moved to the United States when I was 8 years old. I'm the youngest of 6 children, and I am the first one to go to college. So I came here with no English, and I had to start from scratch. I had to go to ESL classes, and I wanted to improve not on just my education, but myself as a person. USI gave me a good amount of money, and I think that if I didn't have scholarships, I would have to go to work 40 hours a week.
When I meet with students who are coming to USI, I tend to see the same things over and over. Our students work far too many hours. They're not in the university setting as much as we would like. Dr. Gaffanet is a typical example. He was non-traditional. He was working, he had a family, and he was struggling in some of the basic required courses.
I had a very good job, worked at UPS for many years, and it came to a point in my life where I wanted to have a career change, and that put me in the place of being a non-traditional student. The most important person that really influenced me was Dr. Julie Yeving, and it was a class that I was not very strong in, and she took the time out of her own personal schedule to tutor me one-on-one.
Two of the practical avenues that we try to explore with our students are research opportunities and internships. Absolutely critical when you go out into the work world. They've seen that you've put forward that extra effort and you've gained skills and shown that you can use them outside of the classroom.
I was able to travel to Ghana through a global engagement program offered by USI. So I was able to go out with these nurses, an hour or two away from a major city, and this is the only health care that those women and children receive. So it was definitely an eye-opening experience, and I wouldn't have had the opportunity to do that without scholarship support. I think that employers and graduate schools are definitely looking for students who have had experiences outside the classroom. My trip to Ghana came up every time I was interviewed for medical school.
Here at USI, I find things that I can connect with. Latinos Unidos, which is an organization here at USI of Hispanic heritage speakers. I am the president of that organization this year, and I'm passionate about it. And I think that if I didn't have scholarships, I wouldn't be able to be the president of Latinos Unidos.
It was my interaction with the professors. It was the friendliness of saying hello. It was the extra time spent in certain classes. And USI gives us the tools, the resources, and the instructions to become what we want to be.
Even teachers I had my freshman or sophomore year, I feel like when I see them on campus, they call me by name. And I think that makes your experience at USI much more personal.
We would love to have more variety of courses. Bringing in more faculty means you're offering more depth, more breadth to the topics that you'd like to cover. By providing more opportunities for faculty to get additional training to continue their scholarship, you're bringing a better experience back to the classroom.
I think this is a great opportunity for the university to take itself to another level. I've always felt like every check that I've ever written to this university was never an expense. It was always an investment into the future.
Our children's future.
Our community's future.
For everyone.
My university.
The University of Southern Indiana.
Elevating excellence
At USI.